Hey YouTube family, how are you guys doing? Hope you're all doing well. It's Friday, TGIF, getting ready for a gig, and I thought I'd make a quick video of what I bring to a gig. So if you guys watch the videos that I watch, my buddy Ted at TED Talks Guitars and Life made a video about going to a worship gig and trying to figure out what to bring. And he mentioned something about, J-Man, I don't know what you bring to your gigs, but this is what I bring to mine. So I thought, well, I'll show you what I bring to my gigs. And it's a heck of a lot simpler than you may think. So, all right, follow me and I'll show you what we got going on. All right, we are on the way. Oh, look, there's a little mat so our dog doesn't sneak down here when we're not at home and pee on the floor. It's all dry, so we're all good. And there's the rolling chair that we use to block this door, because the dog will actually open that door and go back there and pee in the main room instead of peeing on the mat. All right, so this is it. I'm all packed up. I bring one guitar, not 5, not 6, just one. I bring a monitor, which is for my vocals and for my guitar, because we're not using amps anymore. We're just running direct, and my pedal board, and just a box of goodies. So let's start with the box of goodies. There's way more stuff in here that I actually need. So I have my iPad for our lyrics. So we use Songbook Pro, and everybody in the band has a set list, and we just kind of scroll through, fire through the songs one after the other. So I got my mic in here. I got some basic tools. I got a chord tester, just in case. I got a bunch of batteries. Not that I use them, but some people in the band have, wireless devices that require AA, so I just keep some in here just in case. And second level, we got Hercules guitar stand, a little Hercules tablet holder, and that's pretty much it. The rest is just cables. Right, just a couple of mic cables in there and a couple of guitar cables. And those are just for emergencies because I use a wireless, and I'll show you that in a second. Next up is my pedal board setup. You've seen me build this on my channel if you follow me. And whatever I share with you on my channel or whatever I'm showing, if it doesn't belong to someone else, it's because it's mine and I'll be using it to gig with. I don't just build stuff to get views or buy stuff to have content. No, it's stuff that I buy to use with a band or bands that I play with. So this is the Stritch pedal board that you saw me build, and that's it. That's as simple as it gets. So there's my Quilter Super Block amp. He said, hey, wait a minute, Jason, you said you didn't use amps. Well, I don't. This is used as a pedal, really. As you can see right here, for those of you who are familiar, the Quilter Super Block has 120 volt DC 300 milliamp input. It also has a PS24 adapter input, which when using this side, it gives the amps 25 watts of power running at 8 ohms. But I just have it plugged into the power brick. I have a 500 milliamp output, so it's all kinds of power for this one. And that way I don't have to plug in the PS24 and run an extra plug. So all I got to do is plug the power brick in the wall, and all this stuff is powered up. And then I line this out to our board, and I'm good to go. So the way it works is I have my tuner, and goes to the wah. From the wah, I go to the compressor. From the compressor, I go to this super cheap Kaleen Brigade dual overdrive pedal. It's kind of got a Timmy drive on one side and a Tomb Screamer on the other, and it's awesome. These pedals, they're $80 here in Canada, and they are fantastic. I swapped this out for a JHS double barrel pedal. So just to give you an idea, the JHS double barrel V4 is 400 and change here in Canada. With taxes, you're pushing $450. Yes, it is 2 pedals and they're brand name JHS, but still, this 2 pedal setup is $80. And I like the sound of this with this setup more so than the JHS. Now, if I'm using a real amplifier and I'm running through a speaker cab, I'll pop this pedal off and I'll throw the JHS in here. All right. From this pedal, it goes to the input of the amp. And then I have my flashback delay and my spark booster into the effects send and return. So that way, when I step on the spark through the effects send, it just boosts the volume of the amp. It doesn't add gain. That's it. That's my pedal board that I use gig after gig after gig. It's good for country, rock, blues. It does it all. It's super simple, man. Super simple. For that monitor, I'm just using a Headrush 108 speaker. This is the V2 version, so volume 2. I have the original version that I've been using all along. This is the first night I'll be using this one. These have a couple extra features. The V2s have Bluetooth directly on it. They actually have like a low cut, so you can take the bass frequencies out, which is great for vocals and guitar, because the original one, you can set the EQ level, but it really doesn't affect the bass. It's more for the mid-range. And I find these little 108 cabs are extremely bassy. 2 channels, outputs, 1/4 inch or XLR. It's great. So that's all I use for my on-stage, speaker. And then lastly is the guitar. And tonight I'm using my M-Musi Vadercaster. This is just my regular M-Musi Virgo Classic in black. And I went a little further and blacked it out with some black tuners, black bridge, black plate, black knobs, etc. And I upgraded the pickups to a set of Joe Barden Modern T Danny Gatton pickups. And they are absolutely fantastic. Those pickups were almost the price of this guitar for me to get here in Canada. Crazy. So that's the guitar I use most of the time. I got a bunch of them that I use like just on rotation basically. But this one, some people say, oh, you only bring one guitar to your gigs? I'm like, yeah, you've never had a good budget guitar if you have to bring more than one guitar at a gig. These Tellies will do it all, man. They are like some of the most versatile guitars out there. And I'm not the only one saying that, right? But yeah, you can get some nice rock tones, country tones, blues tones, stratty tones in the middle positions. So yeah, anyway, whatever, it does the job. I'm still in the learning process anyway, so it doesn't matter how fancy my guitar gets, man. My playing stays the same, so whatever. I've been using these picks. Some people don't really care about picks, and I don't usually, but so these are picks I get from a company in the US called Acoustic Attack, and they're stealth picks. They're about the same size as a jazz pick, like from Dunlop or whatever, but they got these little grips on them that at first I didn't like because they were kind of annoying, but now I can't play a pick that doesn't have them, and they're kind of recessed, and they help me pick string to string a little better than just a regular pick. I don't know why. They're kind of oval on the tip. They're kind of rounded, so they kind of flow over the strings better. Well, my picking sucks. You guys have heard me play, so I'm terrible at picking individual strings. But these picks kind of help, so I've been using those. I bought like a big package of 25, and man, they last me forever. And then I use these clips to hold my strap. These are just D'Addario kind of locking clips. So it's cool because you just, this goes, the wide part goes over your strap button, and then you just like push it in and it's locked in there. So you put your strap on the guitar, and then this goes above your strap. And then for the bottom one, if you're using a cable, it goes through the loop here. So you don't have to run your cable through your strap and whatever. It's fantastic. Lastly, I don't use cable anymore since I've gotten this NUX wireless. These are awesome. Here in Canada, they're about $250 to $280 to buy. So they're an expensive wireless kit, but they're nice and small. They come in this little case, and this case charges them. Right, you can get like 3 to 4 full charges on a fully charged case, or you can charge each one, individually. And yeah, the little cable comes in here, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So you just you tap the side of the case, all 4 lights are on. That means my case is fully charged, And if you look inside, there's no lights on my transmitter or my receiver, so that means they are already charged. So, you know, these lights went out now, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, it's a great case. They fit right in here, and I just leave them in there. But I do have guitar cables in my, you know, emergency case, just in case. That is what I bring to the gigs. So if you got any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. You guys take care. God bless, and rock on.